Hello, welcome to episode 1 of the Lengthy Yarn videocast. I am your host, Frank, also known as Knitting Guru 1 on Ravelry, and I'm going to try and keep this short. This is the second time recording, and let's just get started with finished objects. The only thing I have is a pair of socks for myself. I'm working on getting the size right, so these are a little bit big, as you can tell, pretty big, and I finished these on Saturday, and I wore them to a Halloween / birthday party, and they're really comfortable. I like them a lot. They're warm and cozy. The yarn that I used is Malabrigo chunky yarn in the Sunset colorway. The yarn is superwash merino, kettle dyed, and it's a really nice yarn. I like it. I don't know where I got it. Well, I didn't get it. My parents bought it for me when they were in Virginia at a yarn shop, and they did not know the name of it, sadly. But so yeah, really nice. This was a modified version of Knitting Pure and Simple's men's heavyweight boot sock, and the mod that I did on it, and you can read the notes. I have it on my project page on Ravelry. I did the ribbed cuff just that's probably 4 or 5 inches, and then I kept the ribbon going down the instep. And sorry if I move around a lot. I did that a lot in the last episode, and my camera isn't the greatest quality. I'm gonna be hopefully upgrading next week to a better one. But really good socks. They went way faster than the first ones I did, which were just way too big. I have them sitting over there. I never wear them. Excuse me. Never wear them. They're so big and stuff, and these started to felt a little bit because on the sole, because I wore them all day yesterday when I was with my dad on a senior picture photo shoot. So I had them on for like 6 hours in my shoes, and they got a bit morphed because when I was wearing them and I put them in my socks or in my shoes, the actual heel stuck up out of the shoe, so I was really my heel was on the sole, so it morphed up the shape a little bit, and I don't have sock blockers. But yeah, they were really they only took 2 days to knit the pair, so they were done on US size 8s. That's 5 millimeters for all of you European metric system users. And it was really a good knit. I am not a huge fan of the heel for wearing it because it doesn't hold onto my heel very well. Next pair of socks I do, I'm using a different heel pattern. I don't think I'm gonna do the same just straight heel flap. It's gonna hold on a lot more, so it'll be a bit more comfortable. I'd like to be able to someday do that Afterthought heel by Laura Linneman, who is the co-host of the Knit Girls podcast, but that's probably gonna be quite a while from now. So yeah, that's my only finished object, and so now we will go into UFOs, what I've been knitting on this past week. I just started these tonight, and these are just basic fingerless mitt for a child size, 24 stitches around, also a Malabrigo chunky yarn. Pearl is the colorway name. Also a chunky weight, also on US 8 or 5 millimeter needles. I just finished the ribbed cuff, and I'm doing the just the regular plain stockinette hand part. I'll hopefully finish these tonight. If I can get this done, it's done recording, and actually I probably won't because I have to set up the website and stuff. So, but yeah, these are for a charity project that I'm about to talk about in the next segment. So yeah, moving on to the chattery everything else segment that will be known as All That Jazz. First up, what I've been reading is Yarn Harlot, Secret Life of a Knitter by Stephanie Pearl McPhee. It's an autobiography of her adventures through knitting, and if you haven't read it, I really recommend reading it. About halfway through, and it's hilarious. I love it. I can relate to so many of the stories and whatnot. So yeah, go out, buy it, rent it, get it from the library, and read it. And it's a really good book. I love her writing. I read her blog whenever I get the chance. I prefer podcasts to actual blogs. But yeah. So that is what I'm reading right now. Next week I'm actually going to do a book review on this book that's formal after I've read it all. And yeah. So moving on, I want to do a shout out to the Children's Comfort Tote Project. It is a charity organization that just started recently in Maine that will provide comforting things for orphans in the state of Maine around the Augusta area. I think that's the name of the city. Augusta. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not from Maine. But yeah, it's headed up by Nancy Bartlett. The way that it's organized, it's a Facebook group that I'll link to in the show notes. And what they're doing, they're giving things like pajamas, toothbrushes, toothpaste, night lights, things like that to orphans that are transitioning into new homes. And they're also giving out hand-knitted or crocheted blankets, hats, and mittens for ages 3 through 12 of both boys and girls. They're accepting all donations possible until December 31st. They need them to arrive by then. And that's what these mittens are for, mitts, since they're fingerless. But so yeah, you should definitely check them out. I'll link to the Facebook group in the show notes, and I really hope that they get a lot of stuff. They already have, but I really hope they get even more because they're a really, really worthy cause to donate to. Because, I mean, for us knitters who are generally very generous and also can do things fast, like I'll probably get these actual mittens done about hour or two of knitting time in total, and it doesn't take that long to do a little hat for a 3-year-old toddler, or a little pair of mittens for a toddler, or even a 12-year-old. It doesn't take that long to do that big of a project either. So yeah, I really hope that you consider donating to them. Please pass the message along of that to other knitter friends, or also if you donate new pajamas and stuff like that, I'm sure they would take them. I think they'll take them. I'm not sure if they have all the pajamas and stuff already. Teddy bears, they need new teddy bears to donate as well. So yeah, just pass that along to all your friends that can make stuff for them. The people who are contributing, they start all the way in Norway and they end right here in Oregon where I am. And just a lot of good people are contributing to it, but they always need more help. So please check them out. There will be a link in the show notes for them. Other than that, I'm going to be setting up the website tonight, and then I'll upload this. This is the second time recording. Last time it took 21 minutes. Now we're at about close to 11, so way quicker, but not as many ums and whatnot. I think that is it. And next week's show will probably be longer. But I really want to keep these short. I don't want to just drag on endlessly. It's not the same when it's two people like the Knit Girls. When it's just one person randomly talking to himself. It can get kind of boring. So next week I will have hopefully a finished pair of mittens. I will be talking about Christmas knitting. Speaking of Christmas knitting, we're about 2.5 months from Christmas, so if you haven't started Christmas knitting yet, please do, for your sake, because you'll feel pretty bad when you have 14 projects that you have to finish on Christmas Eve and you're staying up until dawn trying to get them all done. So yeah, get that started. You're running out of time. I have gotten started a little bit. I might have to rip out because I might need to get a smaller needle size, but for the meantime, I'm knitting a secret gift for Mama George, my mom. That's what I'm going to call her behind her back. Mama George. Yeah, so I hope you have a great week. I hope you are very productive in your knitting. Some other knitting podcasts that you could check out are the Knit Girls. They can be found at the Knit Girls. Girls is spelled with 3 L's. .com, I believe. I think they're .com. I hope they're .com. I'll link to them to the show notes, as well as Round the Twist with Karen. She has a great podcast. It's just her, but it's really entertaining. She is actually, the recording for her podcast is going to be inconsistent for a little while because she is pregnant with twins and she is almost due. I think she has about 3 weeks left. I was going to knit her baby hats, but maybe I'll do that for Christmas or something. Might knit her baby sweaters or something. But anyway, please check them out. Also, another just regular podcast, like just an audio one, is the Knit More Girls. I'll link to their show notes, or I'll link to their website. And yeah, I hope you have a great week. I hope to record either this next weekend or Monday. I'd like to do it on the weekend when I'm not necessarily doing schoolwork, but that remains to be seen. The website, the URL, will most likely be the Lengthy Yarn .blogspot.com or .weebly.com or something. WordPress, whatever website provider I choose to do. So I hope you have a great week. Productive knitting. Don't let the government shut down, get you all up in a tizzy. Just relax, knit, and hope that our politicians, representatives can get something done. And I hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching. There will be a Facebook group and whatnot later to come. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great week.